Hi everybody, and welcome back to Lost Genre Reddit Stories. This post is from the subreddit Relationship Advice, and it's by user Turns Out Insane. Family left me, 18 male, when they thought I wasn't my dad's son, but now they want to get back in touch. I don't think the technical details will matter a lot, so I'll get right down to business. 4 years ago, Dad found out my mom had a lifelong affair, more than one, but that's another story. He knew about a couple of affairs she had in the past and forgave her, hanging in there for the kids, moving on, yada yada. But that time, 4 years ago, he found out that my 2 siblings and I might not be his kids, considering the time of the affair. This was the first time we'd all heard of Mom's, well, everything really. There was a whole DNA thing, and it turned out my siblings were my dad's and I was not. Cool, right? So Dad leaves Mom, divorces her, moves out, and takes both my siblings with him. Not me though, I stay behind with Mom, who hits a new low finding herself alone, and we both become pretty much outcasts as far as most of the family is concerned. My older brother was particularly mean to me, and the crap he did to me, I swear, had I been bigger at the time, I would have punched him hard, more than once. I don't want to get into details because I can't, since I could be recognized, but stuff happened and I got a DNA test again, and as it turns the F out, DNA number 1 was messed up and I am my dad's kid. Now, I don't need legal advice on this. Grandpa is the man who always had my back. We got a lawyer and are looking to settle. But now, Dad wants to be back in my life. Brother is calling and wanting to meet up and talking crap. I don't effing want to. I want these people out of my life. Mom already forgave everyone. She is going on a date with my dad and I feel sick. But not my business, right? I wish them the both good effing luck. But I want none of it. Only nobody leaves me be. I keep hearing that they're family and I ought to hear them out and give them a chance or I'll regret it later, and that the only reason I won't talk to them is cause I'm a teen and stupid or some other crappy explanation. So give me some perspective here, please. Do I sound unreasonable when I say thanks, but F no thanks? Well, OP, in my opinion, no, you sound absolutely in the right. And your dad sounds like a real idiot. So he's forgiven your mom for multiple affairs and he knows about this, but again, he forgave her, but he couldn't forgive you because you weren't his biological son. You know, like you did that to him on purpose. Honestly, I'd do exactly what you're doing. Tell them F no and get out of my life. Yeah, maybe you'll regret it in the future someday, but what if you never do? And the fact that they're your DNA family doesn't mean you have to keep them around or anything like that. These are the people that threw you away and cast you aside as soon as they thought that you weren't related to them. So yeah, F them, no. If I was in your shoes, OP, I'd just tell them to get bent and I'd move on with my life. And what about you guys? What would you do if you were in OP's shoes, or what would you say to OP as advice? Let me know in the comments section, and now let's move on to the community comments to see what they said. The Redler says, put them on blast. They abandoned you. Your brother doesn't get a second chance because he only saw you as a brother if blood was involved. Effing BS. Your dad is even worse and extremely childish. Privatize social media, stay strong, and focus on the people that are important to you. Grandpa, friends, etc. Edit. For OP, I want to clarify. Put the rest of your family on blast. If anyone is upset you're not in contact, tell people your story. They won't be so eager to get you guys to talk if they know what really happened, since it's likely your dad and brother only told their side. Babadook says, to answer your question, your dad and bro didn't ask for your permission or think of your feelings when they abandoned you. You have every right to cut them out until you feel like you want them back. Don't get pressured into doing something you don't want to do. Right now, it sounds like they feel guilty for messing up, and instead of dealing with the guilt, they are sweeping things under the rug and getting angry at you for not playing along with them. Do not give in to entities or their BS claims of, we're older, we know better. That said, what specific actions can you take? First, therapy if you can afford it. You'd get a neutral adult who would be on your side and coach you on how to handle this. Second, if your family is pressuring you a lot, tell them you need space and time before you can think of letting anyone back in. Tell them you want no contact for at least 6 months to a year, and that even after that, any relationship will be on your terms, the way you like it. If they are truly remorseful, they will agree. If they keep trying to bully you and ignore your boundaries, tell them once more that they're only showing their own selfishness by ignoring your wants. The third time they do it, block and ignore. Good luck, man. I know firsthand what it's like to be furious at people you thought of as family. They did betray you, and you ought to put yourself first now. Space and time really do help, as does the company of awesome people like your granddad. Ryo Ukugan says, I say you tell them frankly what you said here. They were perfectly happy to cut you out when they thought you weren't his kid, which was as much news to you as to them and was obviously something you couldn't possibly have any control over. If that's how it was, why should you be expected to welcome them back now that they know it turned out to be wrong? If they want back in, they need to earn it. Otherwise, they can kick sand. I've never been one for that, but their family responds. Being related or not doesn't give them the right to toss you to the side nor to come begging for forgiveness. If they want you in their lives, tell them to prove it in a meaningful way, not just words and apologies. Additional information from OP's comments. Just to clarify, I was 14 when Dad left. DNA number 1 was about 4 years ago. DNA number 2 was this year. I'm now 18. I moved in with my grandfather a little while back and he supports me. I'll also be leaving town in a bit, but I've just been hearing the "you are 18 being unreasonable and you'll regret it" BS for so long that it got in my head and I needed some perspective. Regarding financial support, I'm okay. Not because Dad has money. I've done fine without it and I would really rather go broke than depend on him for whatever. Besides, we're suing the lab thing. Settling, I mean. And the lawyer says I could get some good money. Dad wants to sue as well, but there are some legal shenanigans and it would be better for him if he sued with me or something like that. I don't know. Also, looks like I could also sue him, Dad. Anyway, the catch is, at the moment, he needs me for financial reasons more than I need him. My grandpa is not the one that wants me to give them another chance. Actually, Grandpa hates Dad. He has this saying that goes, "When a ship is going through a storm, men try to keep everyone safe and steer it clear. Rats just want to run to someplace dry." The old man always had my effing back. A while back, he gave me Witcher 3 and a PS4 for my birthday. My older brother flipped cause my grades weren't good, so I didn't deserve it, and stole the damn thing. Grandpa went over to my dad's at 11 p.m, got the thing back and said next time he'd call the cops on my brother. Grandpa and Dad haven't spoken since. Up until a few months ago, before DNA number 2, I was still the bastard offspring of a cheating wife. I get that some of you are trying to help, I appreciate it. But it's effed up to say that what I went through was somehow not crappy because the grown man who raised me had reason to be upset at his wife. Whatever the F was wrong with their marriage, loyalty, sex life, and who the F knows what else was never any of my business. I was 14. They were all wrong and crappy in my book. I was a kid when it all went down, but I've thought about this stuff for 4 years and I think they blamed me for destroying the family. All of them, even Mom. It's like every time she cheated, he managed to accept and forgive and move on. But the bastard kid thing was where he drew the line, so I broke the family in their eyes, you know? Dad disappeared for me, he just up and left. I got no effing clue why they would forgive each other and try to get together again. Maybe they are both stupid and deserve each other, I suppose. My best guess? Dad is dead crazy in love with Mom, while she is, well, not in love with him. I heard this story a million times as a kid, cause Dad was really proud. The awkward guy who fell in love for the hot chick who barely knew he was alive and how he won her over. She only felt hurt after the divorce, cause you don't know what you've got until you lose it. Or maybe she just thought she'd be the one breaking things off with him at some point. I don't know. I think maybe the bastard kid was too much for him. He forgave all the affairs, but he couldn't live with a kid that wasn't his, so he effing hated me for it. Like I said, he still talked to Mom during those 4 years, stuff about my brothers and all, but he literally didn't want to look at me. I don't think he missed me at all. At first, I had a hard time understanding what was going on. I thought Dad was mad at me for some reason and I asked my mom to call him so I could talk to him, and he wouldn't talk to me. He talked to everyone, just not me. He also protected my brother every time he'd pull off some evil crap on me. The worst was that I had to stay in my room whenever he was bringing my brothers over so he could come inside for a bit. I had to effing hide for years cause he couldn't stand to see me, the effing coward. Last year I said enough. If he doesn't want to see me, don't come inside the place I effing live in. Mom got mad and I was asked to stay at Grandpa's a lot when he was coming over. So pretty much the only parenting figure I had since 14 has been Grandpa. So yeah, I'm resentful to say the least. Alright, well, the community gave OP some pretty sensible advice and we have a lot more context about the background and everything that OP suffered during these last 4 years. That just makes me agree with him even more to tell him to F off. Anyways, let's move on with the first of 2 updates to see what happens next. Thank you all for the advice, but I decided to go with my grandpa's, which was kind of the same most of you gave me, and I'll be standing my ground. I've been really annoyed lately because a lot of people around me keep saying I'm a crazy teen and I'll regret it. But Grandpa made a point that I need to stop trying to decide how I'll feel in the future, cause truth is, you can never know. You have to make decisions now based on feelings and information you have now, not based on feelings and information you might have later. Right now, I'm disgusted by my dad and brother. I want nothing to do with them. I don't trust them. And I even think there is a chance they might be doing this, reaching out, just for optics and money. If my feelings change, I will deal with that when they do. I'll cross the bridge when I get to it and all. I wasn't really gonna post an update on this cause I don't see the point. My story is kinda over, but something happened yesterday and I wanted to share it. So I decided to stand by my F no, I don't want to talk to them. I'll be moving to another city soon and decided to change my number. Grandpa is the only one who will be having the new one. I asked him not to share and I know he won't. He is a retired cop, so he's really badass and has zero patience for BS. My new number is safe. He called my mom and told her that from now on, if anyone wanted to reach me, they'd have to go through him. Anyway, Mom showed up at his place. I've been living with him for a while. Grandpa is Mom's father. And she tries to talk to me, but Grandpa says she has to talk to him first so he can decide whether she is allowed to talk to me or not. Lol. My mom goes insane and starts telling him that it's none of his business and that this is between me and my dad. So Grandpa goes something like, if anyone shows up at my lawn to disturb the boy, I'll get the cops, a restraining order, and a shotgun. It goes on for a while until Mom says I'm not the only family Grandpa has, and that by doing this, Grandpa is pushing everyone away and splitting the family. He has other grandchildren. Why is he picking just the one, and so on? So Grandpa effing laughs and tells her that through no fault of his, this family blew up long ago and everyone just grabbed a piece of what was left and ran for it. He looks at me and says I'm his piece, so he's not letting go and F it. I was feeling like laughing up to this point cause Mom was going crazy and all, but when he effing said that, I broke. Mom left after a while and I just hugged my old man like my life depended on it, and he just said something like, enough now, no need for that. I'm your family, family doesn't leave. You remember that when you have one of your own, and I effing will. OP's edit. Before I forget, some people were asking about what my siblings were like. Well, my older brother took crap that was mine or supposed to be mine. He lied to me and about me, and not the innocent kid lie, but effed up crap that ruined relationships I had with friends, family, even a girlfriend I cared about. He was a huge bully for years, even hit me once. Mom said he's going through a lot too, and Dad couldn't care less and just protected him. Grandpa told him if he ever hit me again, he would break my brother's teeth in. I guess he believed him, cause he never touched me after that one time. My younger brother is cool, so I'd rather not talk about him here. This whole DNA number 2 horror show has been going on for a while. It didn't happen this week, so I have spoken to them all. Like, I answered their calls at some point and heard some stuff they said. But what I said F no to is cause they want to sit and talk and shake and hug it out. And I'm not ready to forgive right now, and I don't want to pretend like I am. So if that means I'll lose them down the line and regret it, yeah, I'll live with it. Cause I can't go through that right now just cause the time is right for them. As I said, most of the family pushed us away a few years back, but not all family. I got an uncle who is a stand-up dude, Grandpa's oldest. He is in charge in case anything goes wrong. I'm actually moving to the city he lives in. He got me a solid job working with him for a while. Also, I read the comment section to Grandpa. I had to explain what OG means, and he now wants to watch Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. Lol. But we thank you for all the love. Reading the replies on my first post, he just said, "The internet is very smart." Reading the replies on this update, he got a little emotional and left saying he had some stuff to do, but he got a beer and came back and asked if there were more people saying stuff. The comment, comparing him to Clint Eastwood, made his day. Thanks for the love, guys. Alright, well, OP stood his ground, his grandpa definitely has his back, and he's moving to his uncle's city and got a job actually. So it sounds like things are looking good for OP. Now we have one final update that is very short, but it is just fantastic. So let's move on with that to see how this story ends. It is an act of God that I still remember the password to this throwaway, but guys, people, you are not gonna effing believe this. I don't effing believe this. The lab didn't make a mistake on my results. What they did is they mixed the results of all children. I am my dad's bio son, but my older brother is not, which is effing weird because he looks very much like dad. Maybe mom has a type. Turns out it was lab results stuff whatever with my name on it. He will be triple checking it now with another lab, but I mean F. The settlement has a confidential disclosure clause something on details, so I will not be speaking about this ever in all ever again, cause it's damn good money, so shush. But I had to share this because effing lol. I don't know if dad is cutting my brother out now or anything. I moved away and I don't want to talk to them anymore. I just found out through grandpa. I am, however, overcome with joy. If anybody is keeping score, I now believe in karma. And that is it. That's all the information we have. And apparently, it sucks to be OP's brother. Or apparently half-brother? Ouch. But regardless, that's a different story. OP, thank you so much for sharing and all the best in the future to you, your granddad, and your uncle. Take care, OP. Now, occasionally, I would put a mood booster or mood changer at this point, but let's face it, there's no way I can do better than that. And it's that time that we've reached the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed today's stories. I really did enjoy reading them to you. So if you did, then don't be shy and go ahead and give the video a like. And don't forget to subscribe or even share this video with people that you might think will enjoy my storytelling. Also, if you have the time, go down to the video description and check out all the links I have for you, from our Discord community to my channel merch. And finally, I'd like to say thank you for watching. It really means a lot to me that you enjoy my videos. And having said all that, I'll see you guys in the next video.